talk to him. Mr. Hudson, no. No. I'm not gonna have you pay anybody to get rid of somebody.
Now, calm
No.
down. It's
No.
okay.
Now,
man.
go
It's
get your
okay.
Step
bike.
on out.
Go get your bike, Mr. Hudson.
Who's this cunt?
Let's
Look
go.
at this big
Follow
fucking
into the
head.
courthouse.
I don't
Bud.
know.
He's Humpty Dumpty cunt. If he
Bud.
has that
Come
shit.
on.
Stop. Stop, Mr. Hudson.
Bud.
Oh, sorry. It's okay. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Mr. Hill.
Come on, Mr. Remington.
You best keep it in your pants.
Oh, it's
What?
Mr. fucking Horn. He's
Oh,
horny.
Horn.
Whatever, liar.
I know you sit and be patient while I retype up this report again.
Oh, motherfucker.
Yeah, because it imaginally went poof.
Just tell the judge you come in here. I'll plead my case, and then she can just send me back home. It's okay.
Mm.
It's not like I haven't been here. Well, I guess I
Hey,
haven't.
Mr. Horn. I have another issue I need you to handle while we're here. Because I saw it firsthand, so I'm going to go ahead and have you handle the situation. So this is dealing with the the pending restraining order that was going to happen between Mr. Dudley Freeman and Mr. Matthew Albury. I just witnessed him harass him in front of the courthouse. I'm not okay with that, especially with what he said. So yeah, we'll handle that after this.
I have a question. It's a big question.
Okay. What is your question?
How am I to sit down, break my fucking wrists?
Alright, hold on, Mr. Remington. Let me cuff you to the chair.
Thank you.
Thought you'd be used to these handcuffs by now.
You can sit either side,
This-
Mr. Aubrey. We'll
they-
handle the
they-
situation.
They really aren't nice to sit on, though.
Hey, Miss Richter. Thank you for coming. Sorry for the short notice on this.
Sorry.
I can't wait to hear what they fucking
Oh no.
come up with.
So let's try and make this as quick as possible. Okay.
Why do we need to make it as quick as possible?
Because I have other things that I have to do, Mr.
Remington.
Remington. Thank you. You were the one who pressed for this, am I wrong?
Oh.
Okay. You're on my time now.
Yes, Your Honor. I would love to be in your time.
Too bad, so sad, I'm married.
Shame.
Oh, don't worry, Mr. Remington. I'm sure there's somebody out there for you. Or, you know.
Yeah, I've already got somebody back in prison. It's okay.
Oh, does it make you drop the soap often?
No, I make him drop the soap.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. I know she's pregnant. Well, I know she's pregnant. So, what would happen if I attempted to leave with this chair with the chair bound to me?
Yeah, Mr. Horn would handle you by, then cuffing you in the back again.
I mean, fucking business in the front, party in the back, right?
Yeah, no. See, here's what I can also do. Yeah, no. So it's you too, ma'am. So you're gonna have to hold on. Come in, file in.
This is America. Don't get you slipping up.
Come on in, ma'am, if you've been searched.
Lights,
Mhm.
camera, action.
I'll give you 50 grand and get me the fuck out of here, bud.
50 grand.
Yep.
Thanks. I'm gonna keep the door locked and we'll search everybody who comes through here. You know, Mr. Remington, I think it's funny.
Yep.
I may be hard of hearing, but you know, through the doors, I heard you say something about 50 grand if you get me out of here.
Because I know he's not going to be able to do it.
Hmm.
Are you sure about that?
Yep. And then you're going to owe me 50 grand when you lose the bet.
No.
Mr. Hudson, I wouldn't try a thing. I would just
I would
sit there
sit
and
down.
sit down.
Mr. Horny, shush.
Do you want to
Yep.
be kicked out?
I'm
For-
sorry, I'm sorry.
yeah.
Mr. Hudson, I will have no problem restraining you and bringing you out of this building.
Jesus.
Blake, sit down.
Christ. I'm sitting. I mean, I'm standing.
Just as a
fine.
reminder, if you're in my courtroom, you're gonna have to yell. It's kind of hard to hear up here.
Give me about another minute.
Let's make sure
Mr.
you have your big
Prosecutor.
girl
I will be
voices
almost done with the
and
report.
big boy
Thank you,
voices
Trooper.
on. Ow. Can't hear you from here, Mr. Hudson, but I can see your hand gestures. One more. You want to continue on?
That's just what I'm going to do to him when we both get to prison.
Blake, make sure you're shouting there, buddy.
Okay. Hi. How's your day been? That's good. I'm not. I'm being me.
Which is always like you, Mr. Hudson.
I'll have you know I sexually identify as an attack helicopter.
I don't care if you sexually identify as a pencil. Quiet down.
Did you just say I had a small dick?
Yeah, I think that's what she meant.
Where? That is uncalled for.
For the record, I sexually identify as a beer can.
This cunt.
Hey, Bubba.
Yes, ma'am.
Do you have duct tape on you?
Yeah. Of course I do.
Good.
Duh.
Good.
redneck.
Good. Yeah, just making sure. Have fun sitting next to that there, Blake. Oh, you're
Hey.
still close enough.
Where you going there, sweet cheeks? Get back over here.
Your name's Blake, right? Hey, your name's Blake, right?
You're.
I'll give you 10 grand to be my lawyer.
He can't be your lawyer because he's not bar certified in our state.
I will surrender my right to a mistrial.
Authorized
can
by
I
the
be his
Australian
lawyer?
government, Queensland.
Guilty. I mean, whoops, sorry.
Fuck.
What are you even here for?
I'm just chilling. So he's gonna fire the attack helicopter.
When you get a chance, Mr. Horn, I'm gonna need a
She's so cool.
case number.
So what?
Yes, ma'am. I would have to resubmit the report, and I will get a case number going for you.
Like she said, Isabel. Jesus Christ.
You choking back there, Mr. Hudson? You okay?
Fucking Christ.
Can you say horn again?
Is it a big horn or a little horn?
That's what she said.
Nah, he's just got the pencil.
Okay, under the Blake Act, you can resume.
The Blake Act, huh?
Mm-hmm.
I'll remember that, Mr. Hudson.
Authorized by the Australian government, Canberra.
Hmm.
Wait, say that again?
And, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Remington.
May I request one favor from the courts?
Depends on the favor.
Okay, so just kind of like the lifestyle I grew up, I'm really, really, really terrible at speaking without swearing. Like I
That's
cannot
okay.
get
Mr.
my
Hudson
point
can't
across.
do the same thing, even
Okay.
in court.
I
Don't
just
worry.
Oh,
I
don't
just-
even tell me.
I just don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
like get hemmed up for some stupid stuff.
Your Honor,
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be report number 3525.
It's a free country. You're
Wow.
fine.
Okay. Miss Rector, do you see that ticket with the information?
I do, Your Honor. Working on it right now.
All right. We need the name. So I have no name. I see Mr. Remington. I need the full name, Mr. Horn.
Okay.
It is Sir Kayl Remington.
Oh, so you were knighted in UK where you don't live, right?
No,
Mm-hmm.
it's Kayl Remington, Your Honor.
I figured as much.
I will on the way out. Remind me. Did you know that you can get knighted online?
You can get what?
You can get knighted online.
Yeah, you can do
What
a
is
lot of
that?
things online.
You can also get alcohol, so if you're underage, just order it to your house. They don't even ask for your ID.
Life hacks.
You're-
Interesting, Mr. Hudson.
You didn't hear that.
Oh, I so did.
I wonder if I can order him. Never mind. I bought a piece of land in Scotland and now I'm a lord.
Mm.
Oi, it's Tyrone. What's going on, bruh?
Buddy, be quiet.
No, I'm not trying to piss her off.
Sorry, no one's speaking though.
I know. But be respectful.
Your Honor, I have updated the report for you as requested.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Yeah. I don't know.
Where?
We don't have MDT access.
If the
to
Yeah,
technology.
Oh,
you don't have
okay.
MDT access, sir.
Give me a sec, sorry.
No, you're totally
Thank
fine.
you.
One.
You hit the wrong button.
Oh, I
The second top. He said a second.
shot a bunch of cops.
It's over.
Shh. Damn it, Hudson, one more room of duct tape you.
Yeah, it's Lord Fats. Get it straight. Your Honor, do I have like 30 seconds to be in my head?
Yeah.
Sweet. Alright, give me a sec, guys.
1, 2,
2, 3, 4, 5,
6, 7,
9, 1,000, 10, 1,000, 11, 1,000, 12, 1,000. 5, 7, 3, 2,
1,
8,
22, 23, 24.
5, 7. Hudson can count to 30.
30.
Your Honor,
Thumbs
may
up,
I
bitch.
approach?
You may.
Oh, also, Your Honor. Psst, Miss Lawyer Lady.
Huh? I'm sorry.
I don't even know what I'm being charged with, FYI.
Oh, she'll let you know.
Perfect.
Be in charge of being
I'm
a
gonna need
dumbass.
quiet, please, because I'm actually talking with somebody. Thanks.
So did Hudson count to 30? I can't say hi to Miller. I don't know Miller. He's just the two characters have never met. Said 30 a bit later.
Oh, you want to come in?
Can I get a hoya?
Oh yeah.
And hell yeah, out of my courtroom. Bye, Blake. If you would be so kind, Mr. Horn, as to
One more
It's-
chance. One more chance. Come on.
I've already given you 2, Mr. Hudson.
Yeah, but there's always 3. It comes in
Mm.
3s.
You know, it really doesn't.
Sorry, guys.
Because you and
Thank
3.
you, Judge.
Mr.
Nope.
Hudson, I hear one more word out of you. You will be escorted out of here. So keep it shut.
That was a word. No, I heard it.
Heard it.
Miller, you take him out of here. As per the judge, he's requesting him be pulled out of here. If Bubba wants to do the duct tape
I'm
part.
outraged. This is rigged.
Come here, mate.
Oi, put me down.
Alright. Y'all put your guns up.
Mr. Hudson.
Knuckle duster. You want, I can just take one of them back here after. Not here.
I hope he comes back. He won't come back. Wait, that's my lawyer. Oh, this is gonna be good.
What, wait? Hold on.
Nah. Always gotta hydrate. Good call. We're gonna drink Coca-Cola and hydrate that way. Get up and run? No, I'm technically chained to the chair. I can't tell. I'm gonna tell a judge she's hot on the way out. Maybe. Uh. You know what I should do? Just like when she gives me like a life sentence, just like fall over and then just like, oh, the bag of heroin just busted in my ass. Just die. It's not like they actually like in-depth cavity searched me or anything, right? $1,500 biddies, Celtic. What up? Appreciate that,
Put
man.
those in the active ticket, please, if you will, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful, thank you. What in the...
I think he really wants in here.
Just as a reminder to those who are just coming in, if I can't hear you and you're talking amongst yourselves, you will be kicked
5 says
out of my
I won't
courtroom.
what?
I do not tolerate that. Understood?
Yes, Your Honor.
Wonderful. Mr. Hudson.
Can I please have my lawyer back?
He's not a lawyer. He's a 17-year-old kid.
Oh fuck, you told me he was my lawyer.
Yeah, he hasn't taken the San Andreas bar exam. So sorry, Mr. Remington. You're a
Are-
little out of luck there.
Are you sure? He seems like he drinks a lot.
I'm quite sure. They have to get the bar exam from myself.
Huh.
Wonderful. All right, you ready, Miss Vicky?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, we're gonna go with incident 3525 with Mr. Kayl Remington as of today, being charged with and arrested for capital ×4. How do you plead, Mr. Remington?
Not guilty.
Oh, super sure of yourself. All right. Go ahead and give us your opening statements, Mr. Remington, as to why you are not guilty.
Okay, so I'm just gonna tell you like the honest truth, and
Mhm.
there might be some incriminating things in here, but the capital
Mhm.
assault, not guilty. So me and the boys were at the airport, did a shit ton of cocaine. I passed out on the roof. They left me like a bunch of dumbasses. I wake up, people are shooting everywhere. I don't know what the hell is going on. I get up, pull out my gun, some dude jumps off the roof, and then bang, I get shot.
Mm. Okay, Miss Richter.
So
Yes,
wait,
Your Honor.
Oh, excuse me. I'm so sorry. Continue on, Mr. Remington.
so I get shot, and I'm like, who the fuck shooting at me? And then I look over, and there's somebody on the roof, and they're shooting at me. So I was like, okay. And then I shot them, and then somebody else shot me. That's the last thing I remember.
Are you done, Mr. Remington?
Yep.
Okay, I just had to make sure. Miss Richter, your spot.
Yes, Your Honor. Your Honor, we're here because an officer was called down to the LSIA for multiple shots fired, Your Honor.
Mhm.
Okay, if this guy doesn't stop whistling, I'm gonna go to jail for even longer.
Miller, if you can handle the situation.
Yes, ma'am.
Can't hear you. Sorry.
He's going to handle it, Your
right.
Honor.
Thank you. Continue on, Miss Richter.
When the officers arrived on scene, it looked like a bloodbath had taken place. There were multiple downed individuals, along with the shots still ringing out as the officers cleared the airport. I guess you could say the hangar.
Mm-hmm.
There is a clip of the trooper's body cam footage. I'm sure that will shed some light on this as well. State is still seeking to the max charges for capital 4 times.
Okay. All right, Mr. Remington, I'm going to ask you a series of questions since you don't have an attorney.
Sure.
You were found with not only a heavy revolver, but also a pistol on your person.
Yep.
Yeah. So, how are you going to tell me that you didn't shoot them when you have 2 guns in your possession?
I know I shot somebody because he was shooting at me. I don't know who it
Mhm.
was, and I said that.
Okay. So, you're acting out of self defense.
In my belief, yeah. I mean, you know what it's like when you wake up off a coke binge and there's people shooting? It is not fun.
I have never done cocaine, Mr. Remington.
Yeah, I can tell you're pretty laid back. Like, I don't know, but you're on drugs, you're like really uptight, paranoid, and then things go wrong, and then you freak the fuck out. And like, I didn't know the hell was going on. It was dark.
Mm-hmm. During the incident, Mr. Horn, were there any locals with automatic fire weapons? Because it sounded like there were some class 3s being shot.
Yes, ma'am. There was. I believe
Okay.
the prior to my arrival, the troopers were able to engage on quite a few of them. I still had a couple to take care of myself until I came across Mr. Remington across the way with what appeared to be a pistol in his hand, aiming in the general direction of where I was standing.
Mm-hmm. Did you find anybody else there at the scene?
At the time, upon my search, I did not. I was attending to the rest of the shots fired that were ringing out still, to where I was able to get confirmation from a downed trooper that was next to me that I was protecting, saying that he was across the way from me. That's when I discovered Mr. Remington with a pistol, what appeared to be aimed in my general direction. So I took a lethal shot.
Okay.
Yeah, because somebody shot me, and I didn't shoot. Wasn't gonna shoot him. Then he just shoots me. The fuck?
So, obviously, you found Mr. Remington on the ground. Right, Mr. Horn?
Yes, ma'am. When I was able
Okay.
to get up to the
Wait,
rooftop to where he was, there was reporters from Weasel News up there attending to him until I was able to get up there and find him down on the ground up on the roof of the adjacent building to where I was.
Okay.
Question?
Yes, Mr. Remington.
I'm not the only one who thinks it's really odd that he just said that there was Weasel News reporters on the building where I was having my coke binge.
Can you open the door, please?
That is interesting. Mr. Xavier happens to be here. You can step down, Mr. Xavier, and put your
Open the
device
goddamn
up
door, I'm a witness.
and come down here and speak with
Hello?
the prosecutor.
And I'm just curious why, if there's other individuals on the roof, that I was the one that was singled out.
You can come up and sit next to me, Mr. Xavier.
Okay, well, sure. I had to come witness stand. So witness stand.
Uh-oh. Big uh-oh.
Up, Mr. Xavier.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful. So this gentleman is saying that you were on the roof, the same roof with him. Is that right, Mr. Xavier?
That is correct. Also, my reporter, Rylan Quinton,
Sir, have
we
a seat.
received a panic alarm for 2 officers at
Sir.
the airport.
Sir.
Yes?
When we arrived on scene, we didn't really know what was going on. Mr. Rylan Quinton,
Your
reporter,
Honor,
said,
Okay.
I cannot hear what he is saying because this individual
Oh.
keeps talking.
Sir, if you can please sit down, and that'd be great.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Mr. Xavier.
we arrived on scene at the Los Santos International Airport where we responded to 2 panic alarms from Officer, I believe it was Officer Miller and an Officer John Hill, if I can recall the names. When we got there, we didn't see too much accident. We believed it was okay. The scene was clear. We saw that there were ambulance on scene. So with the ambulance being there, we said, well, something is going on. We tried to see what was going on from a ground point of view, but we really couldn't
Sorry
get
for not saving
any
you. It's okay, man.
visual of anything, even, staying behind the cars. My reporter, Rylan Quinton, apparently he was aware of a terminal or access to a terminal. He said if we get on the top of a roof to get a better visual or get better pictures, rather. So he took me through the terminal. We went behind the terminal, went up some stairs. Then he showed me a ladder, went up that ladder, and as we were looking to get a better angle of the emergency vehicles and things on scene, we came across, I guess,
I'm gonna fucking
this gentleman. I
destroy.
really didn't know this was even related to a story that we were working on, but that's good to know at this point. I just saw a bunch of police cars out here on my way to MRPD to get a statement from Officer Miller, which I happened to meet here.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Xavier.
Okay.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Remington.
So, I would like to. It's completely unrelated, but so I'm still trying to figure out how the news people snuck into a restricted airport and trespassed into a building and found me. That's neither here nor there, but
Well, they do get alerts of panic alarms, Mr. Remington.
I'm pretty sure I will straight up admit that I did some trespassing. I know airports are restricted, you know.
They are. But if they were allowed by an officer, and obviously the airport security, that they are allowed. They must have been allowed, Mr. Remington. I can't say neither here nor there that they weren't allowed because that's up to airport security, especially being the Weasel News. They do have clearance around the city to a few locations. I don't know their security clearance for everything, but yeah.
Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kind of trying to piece together the parts myself, because still a little.
Hello.
Are you still coming down off your high, Mr. Remington?
Maybe a little. There's a lot of cocaine.
So do you understand what a capital assault charge is, Mr. Remington?
A really bad assault one. Nah, I'm playing. Yeah, I know what it is. Not my first rodeo.
Okay. So I believe you didn't have intent, Mr. Remington, because of what you said. But you still shot at officers. And you shot at somebody in
Because I was being shot at.
Okay.
It's not like
So-
they identified themselves. I just woke up and, I was freaking out, man. Like, I was like, holy fuck. Like, there's gunshots and people are shooting. And I was like, ah. Then I was scared. So I was like, ah. And then I looked up and there was somebody with a gun pointed. And I was like, bang. And then, boom.
Alright. Would you be open to being questioned by the prosecution, Mr. Remington?
Sure.
All right, Mr. Remington, if you can please sit in the chair next to me. Miss Victoria.
Hold up. Right arm still got a handcuff on it, attached to this chair.
Yeah, we don't want you dragging the chair.
No, I'd try. Yeah. No, because I'm just like... You said your left, right?
Yes, my left. Fire away when you're ready, Miss Richter.
Thank you, Your Honor. Mr. Remington, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Could you back the story up a little bit for me and, like, first tell me how you and your buddies ended up deciding to go to LSIA?
It was just a couple of friends I hadn't seen in a long time. They have their own airplane. They're like, yeah, we're down here working on the plane. Just come down, we'll have a couple of beers, and then a couple of beers turned it into a fucking snort fest.
I mean, you do know that you basically said you admitted to trespassing already, right?
Yeah, I said I was perfectly owning up to that.
So are you also owning up to possession of a narcotic?
I mean, I already said it, didn't I?
I'm just being clear so the courts understand.
This is what I'm saying. Like, there's a lot of drugs. I woke up to gunfire. I woke up to gunfire. I was tweaking the fuck out.
Did you get hit?
What do you mean?
Before you took a shot, did you get hit?
I honestly can't remember the fucking adrenaline at that point. Like, I've seen some
can't
dudes.
remember?
I've seen some dudes do cocaine and get shot point blank with a shotgun and walk themselves to the hospital. Drugs do some weird things to you.
I'm sure they do. I wouldn't know. So, you woke up from a drunken, drugged up haze, as you say.
Mhm.
And there was gunshots going all over the place.
Yep.
You freaked out.
Well, I was on a roof. I didn't know how to get down.
Well,
Like
you-
it was a long drop. I was kind of pinned up there, and got people with like, you know, guns, and then more guns, and then automatic guns, and I'm just over there with my revolver, and I'm like, oh.
It's funny. I don't know if I would have done the same thing in your situation.
I probably wouldn't have done the same thing if I wasn't coked up.
So, it's the Coke's fault that you ended up on the roof?
No, I ended up on the roof, I think, before the coke. No, it would have had to been after the coke, 'cause I don't remember getting up on the roof. I remember being on the roof afterwards.
So, you climbed up on the roof, passed out.
I,
Again.
I don't know if I passed out or if I like just tweaked out or I came to on the roof.
Okay. I guess I'll accept that. And then what?
Like I said, I woke up. There was gunfire. I was freaking out. I didn't know what was going on. Shooting everywhere. There's another dude up on the roof. I didn't get a good look at him. But he jumped off the roof. And I heard him say, oh fuck, so he must have hurt himself. But then they all started shooting at me. And then I freaked out. Like, I was paranoid. I was flipping my shit. And, yeah. And then I was like, ah. And then I shot back. And then I got shot really badly. Like, I don't even know. It was kind of the last thing I remember. It just happened really fast. I didn't know where it was.
So, you woke up, grabbed your pistol, and shot the first person you saw.
No. I woke up, freaked out, was getting shot at, because I was like walked, and I was like, oh, where the fuck am I? Ah. And then, pew pew pew. And then, then I shot back. Because I was just like, why am I being shot at?
So, you were shot at.
I was shot at.
A moment ago when I asked you, you said you weren't shot at.
That is not what I said. what
Sorry,
point?
you weren't hit. Is that correct?
I don't know. I didn't get a report from the hospital personally, but I woke up in the hospital with gunshots. I have these nice pretty 3 holes in my chest.
I see. And you couldn't quite tell who was shooting at you?
Well, when there's a whole bunch of people shooting, it's really hard to kind of make out which direction they're coming from with like muzzle flashes
Sure,
and
I
dark.
get you, but humor me.
I was on a roof. Shots were coming from across a roof.
So you returned fire.
Well, I think anybody would when they're getting shot at.
I mean, it's just a question. So you returned fire.
Yes.
Okay. No further questions, Your Honor.
I believe that that's our Second Amendment to, like, bear arms, defend ourselves, and
It is, Mr. Remington. You may go sit down.
thanks. Do I get to question myself now?
No, Mr. Remington, that's not how it works.
Just curious.
All right. At this time, do either of you have anything else to say for the corp?
If I may.
Go ahead, Mr. Remington.
I've never been in any legal trouble before in this state, and I'm not an overly aggressive person. I might have some drug problems, but I've never. Yeah. I don't go out of my way to cause harm to people. And yeah, that is basically it. Like, I can't tell a joke in court.
Is that true, Mr. Horn?
Yes, Your Honor. I just checked his record. He was squeaky clean with a valid weapons permit, valid state driver's license.
I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Was he GSR tested?
At the time, no.
Yes.
We were more focused on getting him medical treatment, as well as I was focused on getting anything off of him that may possibly have harmed the medical professionals that were on scene at the time. So no, I did not GSR test him.
All right.
I have a question, Your Honor.
Yes, ma'am.
How many troopers were injured in this incident?
If I may,
Of course, Mr. Horn.
there were 3 other troopers that were injured at the time of the scene, ma'am.
Thank you. Your Honor, may I approach?
By all means.
Your Honor, may I ask a question to this trooper here? Is that
Give us a
acceptable?
moment. One moment, Mr. Remington.
Thank you. Order in the court. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna ask.
You may go ahead and ask the trooper.
There's actually two parts to this question, if I may, Your Honor.
Okay.
First one, if you had to guess, how many armed individuals would you say, sir, were on scene when when you guys found me on the roof? These people found me on the roof or whatever they said.
When I arrived on scene, I witnessed at least 3 downed individuals outside of the warehouse, 2 downed individuals inside of the hangar, as well as 1 additional that was still mobile as he attempted to climb the ladder and engage on myself after I was able to take an effective shot on you.
And my second question was, like, was there any sort of, like forensic things that you see on the TV, or were they like bullet casings or?
At the time, there was no forensics taken, as I was the only trooper that was still up and able to attempt to keep scene security for the time while the medics were attending to all of the downed troopers as well as yourself.
Thanks.
Is that it, Mr. Remington?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, wonderful. Miss Richter?
Yes, Your Honor. The state would like to offer this plea to Mr. Remington.
Right.
If you plead guilty, I will give you deadly conduct ×3. Time served. Well, according with your fine, that would be a $6,000 fine.
Do you take this plea deal, Mr. Remington?
Oh, I'm gonna need a minute to mull this over, because those sound like felonies to me, and I still believe that, other than maybe like the drugs and the trespassing, that I wasn't in the wrong here.
You're like you weren't hit with criminal negligence, Mr. Remington.
Your Honor, if I may.
Of course.
Okay.
The definition of deadly conduct is as states here: discharging a firearm or utilizing a destructive device in an attempt to harm one or more persons, a habitation, building, or vehicle.
In my defense, I was not attempting to harm anybody. I was attempting to defend myself.
Tomato, tomato, Your Honor.
I will not take that plea.
Okay. So I guess you're going for the capital 4 times. Got it.
I guess.
All right. At this time, Mr. Remington, you're going to be charged with capital ×4, a fine of $60,000 and 240 months in prison. Good luck with that, Mr. Remington. You didn't want to take the plea because you would have gotten off and been able to walk right out those doors without cuffs.
But I feel like either way, I was set up to fail here. Like I said, I was defending myself. They never, there was no them saying, "Hey, we're cops." It was dark. I didn't know what was going on.
I did watch the video, the body cam, though, Mr. Remington. You have to understand, you guys were so far away from each other that how could they, explain
Then why were
who
they
they
shooting
were?
at me at the first place?
Why were you illegally at LSIA on top of a roof, drunk and drugged up?
Is that reason to shoot somebody in this state?
Well, if it's anything, it's reason to call them to investigate.
Yeah, and they started shooting. Along with who knows how many other people.
Mr. Hudson, sit down. All right, be that as it may, she tried to help you in lowering your charges, Mr. Remington. You also stated that you were on drugs at the time that, before this incident happened. I suggest you seek some help for your addiction, maybe. We have some really good doctors at Pillbox Medical Hospital. You're more than welcome to go and see them.
How the fuck am I gonna do that?
Well, once you get out of prison, sir, you can go ahead and.
Your Honor, I am 63 years old. I ain't getting out of prison. I think I'm 63. Not quite. That's not right.
I'm sorry, what's not right?
Nothing. Sorry.
Mm-hmm. Well, Mr. Remington, neither here nor there. Age and whatnot, you did the crime. You're going to pay the time. We offered to help. The court system offered to help by giving you the felonies, not the capital charges. Again, I reiterate, this is you're doing to taking the harder road on yourself.
I have a question.
Of course.
So, let's flip this scenario, okay?
Mm.
Say the cops are investigating on something and they're on a roof, and they start getting shot at, and they shoot back, and they shoot somebody. Are they gonna face the same charges?
They're officers and they got shot at. Their job is to protect themselves and to do what they're supposed to do.
They got shot at by multiple individuals and can't prove that any of those shots were from me. They can prove they
so
can
Mr.
prove that I
Remington,
pointed a gun at them, they say, but they cannot prove, and they even admitted it, they cannot prove that any of those shots were mine. This trooper right here admitted it when I asked him. No forensics, no shell casings.
Mr. Remington, do you understand what deadly conduct versus capital assault is?
But there's still felonies,
Do
and I do
you
not believe I'm a
understand?
felon.
One is a capital, it's not a felony. One is a capital, one is a felony. What is the difference?
Not quite sure. Either way, I'm fucked.
I tried to work with you.
Well, guess it's time to go home then.
again, at this time, Mr. Remington, you're going to be charged with 4 times capital assault, $60,000, 240 months. Good luck in there.
Can I get the death penalty?
No, Mr. Remington.
That's alright, I'll do it myself.
Mr. Remington.
Do we?
I think we need to have a psych eval.
Psych
put on-
evaluation?
Yeah.
Yes, I agree, Your Honor.
During his 240 months, Trooper Horn,
Yes,
can you
ma'am.
do me a favor and see to Mr. Remington getting some care with Parsons Medical Center, please?
Yes, ma'am.
Wonderful, thank you. Case is
Alright,
closed,
Slim
court is
Jim, let's
adjourned.
hit the road.
Thank you, everybody, for coming.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Of course.
Should have took the deal.
Nah,
Just a second.
I got plans.
What's up? They're running out.
Earthman.
What's up?
Mr. Remington, over here. got non-lethal out. I'm about to take him. Don't you move. Don't you move or you're getting tased. .125, pursuit of a black Tahoe taking off from us, just attempted to run us over.
.126 medical. Need you behind the courthouse. I got one trooper ran over. He seems like he's okay. I've got one subject down that also got ran over, bleeding from his head, unconscious. Hey, buddy, talk to me. Trooper, you good? Trooper.
You good?
Trooper, are you good?
I'm a little shaken up. I'll be alright. I just need to sit down for a second.
Oh, black Tahoe?
Yeah, all black. It's gonna be heavy tint.
I don't know.
I didn't get a plate on it, Savage.
It's fine. Stay here with you guys, just in case they come back around so I can blast his ass.
Not sure if it may be linked with somebody who
Hey, that guy,
was,
the driver, got out for a
attempted to
second.
be bribed to pay off.
Hey, that
this guy's
driver was in the courtroom. If that was recorded.
It's on my body cam, but if anything.
No, I'm
There's
still a
dude
cop.
wearing the fucking Christmas sweater.
Christmas sweater?
Yeah. Dark skin, dark complected, Christmas sweater. Dude jumped out to try to do something, and I pulled my gun on him, and that's when he ran over our trooper here.
Okay.
There's a... No, I wasn't going to get him because he was not part of the situation.
Over the guy's skull is visible and crushed. I think he's done those. Trooper's just a little shaken up.
How you doing, man?
Oh,
You with me?
alright. Just a little dizzy at the moment. I got Tahoe nailed me.
How fast was the car going?
I'd probably say maybe 2 miles an hour.
Sir, can you
Maybe
hear me?
3. Yeah, he was backing up. Yeah.
Christmas sweater, dark
Sir,
complexion.
Kaylin was under
Anything else? You
fire
tell me.
rescue. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Vitals check. Can you check injuries?
I said I'd do it yourself, yeah.
Alright, it looks like he's got a pretty good gash in the top of his head, and it looks like blood's coming out both ears. I'm assuming he probably fell pretty hard. Don't know that, but
Well, I think they said he got hit by the vehicle as well.
A little bit.
I'll go ahead and hold a C-spine here.
Alright. Three. Tan.
Trying to get vitals check here.
Looks
Not
like I got...
breathing, got a shallow pulse.
I'll start bagging.
What did you have for a head
he
injury?
bounced off the back.
He had, he's got a pretty good gash
like I hit
on
either the
his
curb
head.
or I got
Blood's
pushed
coming
up
from
against
both
that
ears.
tree. It all happened
I'm
like
gonna go
back
hunting.
over behind us.